Hey, what's up, everybody? It's me, Christian, and I'm here playing Pokemon Unbound. So, it's a fan ROM game, kind of like Pokemon Infinite Fusions. And also, shout out to Aru, he's the one that told me about this game. I did not know this game existed until he let me know. So, in saying that, let's try to get into this. Okay, all the buttons are backwards. So, I heard the story is really good in this game. So, hopefully it doesn't let me down. Okay. Welcome to Pokemon Unbound. Before you begin playing, please be aware that this is a non-profit fan game. If you pay for this game, reclaim your money immediately. That's a good disclaimer. In the world which you are about to enter, you will embark on a grand adventure with you as the hero. The world is a big place. Take your time exploring. There is no rush. Speak to people and check things wherever you go, be it towns, roads, or caves. The world and its people are alive. As you grow, they will grow along with you. Interesting. With that in mind, you are almost ready to enter the Borrius region, but first... Oh, okay. Let's be a guy. Whoa. We can change skin tone and hair and jacket. Oh, I already did it. Okay. Well, I guess we're stuck with what we had. I guess that's fine with me. Let's go with stripe red and trim. That looks okay. Sure. Why not? Last but not least, what is your name? Let's see. We will be called... Interesting. I have no left. Oh, I guess we can't be that. So let's see. Well, that is going to be annoying if we can't go left. Hopefully that is not a prevalent problem. If it is, we may have to forego this. Huh. Man, they did not give you any room for your name. So, yeah, sure. Here we go. Now let's determine the best way for you to play the game. And is this your first time playing Pokemon Unbound? Yes. No. Sure. Do you enjoy challenging puzzles? Yeah. Ooh, okay. Set the challenging. Okay. Okay, good to know. Yeah. No, I don't. You know what? Let's just do... They call it vanilla. Am I vanilla? Alright, well, we'll go with that. Yep, okay. Man, they keep rubbing it in. How many times do they tell me that? And how many times do they highlight it in green? Alright, well... Okay, I guess now we are going to get into the story proper. Long ago, the Borrius region was engulfed by a great war with a foreign land. It was a brutal war, one which lasted many years. During that time, the enemy managed to seize the upper hand. Pokemon? On the brink of defeat, the Borranian king summoned a dark force to help turn the tides of battle. The foreign army's advantage was lost almost instantly, As soon as it entered the battlefield, the Dark Force used its power to create portals and transport the invading army back home. Okay. With the foreign army gone, the war seemed at an end for Borrius. However, their king, overcome by his lust for power, sent the Borranian army through the portals as well. I can't blame him. You invade my kingdom, I'm coming after you. The war continued to rage in the foreign land for several years. Many more men and Pokemon were conscripted to fight and inevitably met their end on the battlefield. One such Pokemon, having been a dear friend of the enemy king, man, can I even read? Overcome with grief, the king built a device to restore its life, granting himself immortality in the process. But this tragic event left him scarred and filled with anger. Unable to forgive the world that had hurt his precious Pokemon, he turned his machine into a giant weapon, the ultimate weapon. The king became a bringer. I cannot read. The king became a bringer of destruction that ended the war. Ooh. Whoa, okay. So we have a flower, okay. With the war over, what little remained of the Borranian army returned home. The king's Pokemon left him, and the battlefield became silent. Yet, peace was still to come. Enraged over the fruitless war fought, survivors of the war wished for ample compensation from the Borranian king. When he had nothing to offer them, they began to manipulate the Dark Force to attack the Borranian kingdom in an attempted coup. Bring some hot fire. In an effort to stop the madness, the Borranian king gathered the legendary Pokemon. Articuno, Zapdos, Moltres. Using the power of the three birds, a prison was created for the Dark Force, sealing its power. Ooh, I burped. It became a shadow of its former self. Stripped of its power, it was taken in by the king and supervised by his progeny until one fateful day, 16 years ago. Hoopa! I worry, old friend, for the future. If, when she arrives. I won't be able to protect you if she tries something. No, she will try something. It's a matter of what it will be. That's why, my friend, you must go into hiding. I'll send your Pokemon adrift amongst the waves. You'll surely be safer lost at sea than if you were to remain with me. If I'm wrong and nothing happens, I'll call you back. But if this is to be our final time together, protect my son if he is ever in danger, and in turn, should the wrong sort try to force your true power free, then trust him to protect you. Farewell, my good friend. It's kind of a dick move, in a way. I mean, it's like, I'm not gonna release you, I'm just gonna put you in a Pokeball and throw you out to sea. Whatever. It's gone. So, you came after all. Let's get this over with. 15 years later. It's a good time skip. Ah! How can I fulfill Grandpa's wish if I cannot catch a single Pokemon? Uh-oh. Are we gonna have plot armor? I promised him, I would finish the war, but right now, I cannot even begin to fathom the possibility. Whatever should I do? Random Pokeball? Yeah, on cue. A Pokeball. Here, now. This Pokemon. Hoopa. Say hoop. There it is. Sorry. Haha. It appears, Grandpa, there may be a way after all. It is time for destruction to engulf the land, and for the eternal flower to bloom once again. Okay, follow me. Pokemon Unbound. Ah, so that's what the little circle is. Present day. Did he just stomp on my face? What the? How did you get in here? Quick, scientist, what are you standing around for? Grab him. Now, knock him out and lock him up in the warehouse. Zeph is going to freak out when he hears about this. I'm so cold laying on the floor. Good thing they let my Pokemon in here. Nope, not yet. He is unconscious, Hoopa. Stop! Have I not told you countless times to stay out of my cube space? Unless you have expressed permission. I am aware you cannot travel through your rings anymore, but that does not give you the right to disobey me. And were you the one responsible for bringing him here? I do not know what you wanted for him for, but you have been a repeated nuisance ever since I found you on that beach last year. I may not be your true guardian, but I am your trainer now. And as your trainer, I order you to cease these immature antics of yours now. What a bother. Wait, now that I think about it, I could work with this. Okay. So I'm guessing I need to stay hidden. Oh, I found a potion. Potion. Let's go down here. What are you? Found another potion. Okay. Can I get in here? Yeah, I thought I needed a key card. Okay. So, hey, who do you think you are? Do you think you can get away with keeping me locked up in here? You'd better let me through right now, or you're going to feel my wrath. Back off, kid. I'm under strict orders to keep you locked up. So scram unless you want to feel my wrath. Smart choice. Keep far away from this door and you won't regret it. Who are you? Pretty sure I was by myself when they threw me in here. Chris, huh? And you're saying you got sucked in here by a magical portal? That's a pretty dramatic entrance. Hey, these clothes. Do you live in Frozen Heights? I just moved in, but I guess I never stopped to say hi. Say, how about we buddy up and look for a way out together? The door back there's a bus with that guard in the way. Oh yeah, I guess I should introduce myself, partner. My name is... Sure, yeah. We're gonna call you Britt. What's up? Yep. I'm looking for my parents, and I thought these people would have a lead on them. And, well, you can say they hate it when people go snooping. Anyway, we better start looking for another exit. So let's move. Okay. Did you hear that, Chris? It sounded like some Pokemon are trapped in that cage over there. Let's go check it out. What cave? Okay. Let's break it. It looks like these Pokemon are grateful and want to join us. If we each take one and put them in these Pokeballs I picked up, we can use them to attack the guard and escape. So what are you waiting for? Go ahead and choose a Pokemon. Let's see, what do we got? Gable. You know what? Let's take Beldum. Ah, he's calm. Okay. No, I don't want to give a nickname. So what about this third one? Oh. The disheartened. The Lavatar left. Okay. I mean, I would have picked him and added him to my squad. Now that we have our own Pokemon, let's head back to the exit. We'll force our way out of here. Okay. Let's you're the boss. Let's do it. I told you before, I'm under strict orders to keep you locked up. He. You don't really have a choice anymore. You're gonna let us out or get your sorry butt handed to you. Quit fooling yourself. There's nothing you can do to make me let you through. Hey, Chris, let's team up and show this guy what we can do. You both are really starting to get on my nerves. Inkay! Scroopy. Show them why you don't mess with the shadows. Okay, first Pokemon battle. And it's a handicap match. I think technically we challenged him, but whatever. Okay, let's see. I don't know what everything does. Oh, we can switch it that way? Okay. Let's do... Yeah. Can I speed this up? Yeah, I want to be able to speed this up. This is slow. Oh my god. Okay. Okay, good. I'm just happy I'm not getting poisoned like Pokemon Infinite Fusions. Every time. Okay. Mental Bash seems to be pretty good. Yeah, if anybody knows, leave me a comment down below if you know how to do like the 4 times speed on this game. I knew it was a bad idea to lock them up in here. Yeah, 448 Pokebucks. No, my Pokemon. Not bad, Chris. You and I make a pretty good team. But I'll take it from here. Let me use these items on your Pokemon to heal it from the fight. Gibble, use Metal Claw. Gibble. Alright. I give up. I'll let you through. Please have mercy on me. Don't hurt me anymore, please. Gibble, return. I'm getting out of here now, Chris. I'm sure you're capable of taking care of yourself from now on, or from here on out. If you run into any trouble, just use your Pokemon. Oh, one more thing. As soon as you get home, we're going to battle. You impressed me when we battled together, so I want to see how I'll fare against you. Until then, don't tire yourself out too much. Alright. Is there anything in any of these containers? Probably not. Probably too early. Game settings. Let's see. Yeah, keep them on. Keep them on. Sure. Whoops. I accomplished nothing. The back buttons and all that, they're a little different. What the heck? Whatever. Okay. I hope we can get that faster. That guy, he just came out of nowhere. Wiped out in an instant. This guy with red hair just came out of nowhere and knocked out all my Pokemon before I even had a chance to react. Now I can't even stop you from escaping. Haha. Now burn it. Ooh. Okay. As you observe, these specimens are completely immune to extreme cold and extreme heat. What about the immunity to electricity? We have yet to complete that, sir. It is difficult to enhance the specimens quickly when we have our external research as well. Very well. This will do for now. Ah, Marlin, perfect timing. We're moving up our timetable. I'm unsure as to why, but our target seems to have relocated to our vicinity earlier than anticipated. With the Shadow Warriors enhanced and the package we need arriving today, we can begin the operation. Understood. There's just one more thing to discuss before I head out. The trespassers we locked up in the warehouse have escaped. This grunt over here let them get away. How bad is it? What did those two see? The first one, the boy with red hair, saw nothing relevant. The second one, however, if Faye finds out that he was in the lab, she will insist on relocating in the middle of our operation. You know that's time and resources we can't afford. Then make sure Faye doesn't find out about what happened. Our priority right now is obtaining the package needed for the mission. We'll deal with that second one who escaped at a later time. Understood. I have a plan to obtain that package, and it'll even allow this failure of a grunt here to redeem himself. Once I have it, I'll head straight for the target. Then good luck, Marlin. Close. We're getting so close. Soon, it won't be long before that power finally becomes ours. Very ominous. The door has been forced shut behind. Yes. Yeah, I don't care. It said save. Save. Oh my god. It didn't save. You know what? Where is it? Manual save. Let's try this again. Okay. Oh. Straight into an ice challenge. Okay. Ah. Too easy. Chris, you finally made it out. Yo, what's up, man? Have you met Old Man Log yet? He's supposed to be an expert on Pokemon stats, or whatever. I just filled him in on what happened. I study all aspects of Pokemon stats and capture rates, and my title is Professor, not Old Man. Anyway, that must have been quite the ordeal you both went through. I'm relieved to see both of you are unharmed. And it seems you've even managed to acquire rare Pokemon. I was planning on giving Britt a Pokemon of his own someday, but now I don't have to. Ho ho ho! Someday? I've been here a whole week, and I was expecting one ASAP. Well, of course I was always going to give you one, Britt. There are plenty of errands I'm too old to run myself after all. It's just that you're insistent on looking for your parents. I keep telling you, no one has seen them in years. Even if they are somehow still in Borrius, finding them is much too big a task for you alone. I was hoping you'd accept that fact before giving you a Pokemon, but you refuse to listen. You may be my legal guardian or whatever in Borrius, but you sure don't know anything about me. I'm strong enough to fend for myself, and when I see my parents, they'll see just how strong I really am, just like you're about to. Come, Chris. I said I owed you a battle before, so let me show you both how a real trainer does it. Dun, 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 dun. Okay. That won't affect me. I told you. Using the same techniques. It is interesting to see a different starting three, like a completely different starting three. Cool, too easy. Oh man, thank you for your sacrifice, Britt. I just got a level on your behalf. And 400 Pokebucks. That was a fine battle. Very enthralling, if I do say so myself. No one cares how it made you feel, old man. I only care about how strong it made our Pokemon. Well, from what I can see, your Pokemon do have some nice stats. I see potential for them to become strong Pokemon someday. Finally, the first useful thing you've said all day, and it's going to be the last because I'm out of here. Deuces. Well, he's certainly a handful, isn't he? And now that he's gone, who will run my errands for me? See you later, old man. I ain't doing it. Ah, yes, Chris. You seem rather capable. You should assist me. Ah, what a splendid idea. Your father was well known for helping others, after all. It's only fitting that his son would follow in his footsteps. As for the task, there is a package in Bellin Town at the Pokemart. I would go get it myself, but my assistants and I are much too busy with our own research. Don't fret. The clerk knows someone will be picking up the package in my stead. Since you have your own Pokemon with you, it should be really easy. But just in case, this repellent will make the journey easier for you. Okay, so 100 steps. And while you're at it, you could assist me with another task. A fellow Professor Oak asked me to give these to 2 young trainers. It's an encyclopedia for recording the data of Pokemon. Apparently, Borrius has plenty of Pokemon his own region lacks. Oh yeah, we got the Pokédex. Personally, I'm content with just observing species for the Pokédex. However, if you want complete data on Pokemon, including their base stats, you'll need to catch them. So here are some tools for catching wild Pokemon. That's it? Okay. If you're not in the mood for catching Pokemon, use that repel I gave you to keep them away. If you need anything else from me, I'll be in my lab, but before you depart, you should head home and inform your mother. She's been very worried about you. Good luck, Chris. My studies are depending on you. On a 10-year-old. Very nice. Very nice. Oh, that's what that meant. It's going to force me to save every time. Noted. Okay, is this my house? What's that, Mom's? So this is Britt's house. Not a, you know, not a bad house. Is this my house? Nope. This is the Pokemon Center. Or, sorry, the Pokemon Lab. Nope. Okay. Very nice. Chris, what are you doing? I told you to check in with your mother. Don't look at me like that. Didn't your mother ever teach you to listen to your elders? Go see her. Fine. I must be getting something pretty cool. Okay, so suffice it to say, that is not my house I was trying to go to right there. So let's go up, I guess. Chris, where have you been? I was really worried about you. Wow, that sounds awfully frightening. I'm really glad you're safe now. Before you do anything else, you should take a nice long rest. Oh, Mom, you're embarrassing me. Don't you feel much better now, sweetie? Now that you got the energy to run Professor Log's errand for him? I always knew that the day would come when you would leave me. It said so on TV? Okay. If only your father could see you now. He'd be so proud. Well, if you're going to run errands for Professor Log, you'll need this. Okay. Thanks, Mom. Okay. Well, let's see where we need to go to help the professor out. We'll go in here real fast. Ah, you look like you want attention. Okay. Alright. So we need to get an antidote and I'll have to get the antidote and do the Professor Oak's errand or whatever it is. Let's see. Okay. So, that's a gym. Where is this? There we go. Speak of the devil. Here we go. You. Excuse me. Hi there. May I help you? Wait, you're telling me Professor Locke sent you to get his package? Oh, I thought that guy smelled fishy. Here's the deal, kid. I already gave the package to the man who was just here. But if you want to blame anyone for this mix-up, blame Professor Locke. I told him he needed to tell me who he'd be sending, but he just kept saying someone will get it. There's nothing I can do for you at this point, but maybe if you chase after that man, you can catch him before he gets too far. Thanks, bro. Can I buy some stuff? I got a good amount of money actually from the beginning. Oh, did I mess up? I think I messed up. Whee! Did you receive the package from the mart? Yes, I did, sir. Where you discreet in doing so? I was, sir. I even ran into one of the two I let escape from the warehouse, but I chose to avoid a confrontation. As far as I'm aware, I wasn't followed. Good luck. I'd say you're back on the road to earning whatever you asked for when you join us. It was a mechanical leg for my mother, sir. Legs, arms, another head, whatever. As long as this package contains all the goods that we need for the operation. Unless the scientist will build as many limbs as your mother wants. I mean, that's kind of cool. I'm heading north of Rosen Heights to capture the target. Report back to Zeph and inform him of my current situation. Yes, sir. Okay, well. Let's go back and give this. Because I sure don't want to hold on to it. This was, nope. Here we go. Do they not give it to me? Alright, you know what? I think that might be a good place to stop, since we're just starting out on this Pokemon adventure. Yeah. So, I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.